Greetings guys and girls and fellow gamers, my name is Games4Kicks and welcome back to This is the Police. The game has been updated again, so hopefully everything will work. In the last episode, Kendrick put us in a little bit of a disposition, or position, I don't know. Anyway, it felt pretty shit, and it looks like we're gonna be dealing with the Mafia at some point. So day 6, July 20th, Saturday. Now I'm also, based on your request, try to get 2 days into each episode, but as long as you guys are watching, I'm gonna try to put out as many days as possible per episode, but let's go before we lose too much time and then it will just become nonsense. So let's go! Thomas Blaine, pregnant woman killer, sent to mental hospital. Well done. Mayor Rogers not afraid of the competition. According to Dr. Eleonora Waterbury, Thomas Blaine has a new form of schizophrenia. Oh, okay. When he said, I thought she was a suicide killer, a bomber, when he shot the pregnant woman, that I don't think that's schizophrenia. Schizophrenia would be more if you say, I don't remember what I did. I think. Because somebody else did it that you are not aware of. Or you saw yourself do it and couldn't stop it. I don't know, I'm no expert, but...
Mr. Boyd, there was a man here earlier. He left you this.
A man? What man? Who let him on this floor?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. I asked him his name, but he just ignored me. He was talking on a big telephone, you know, one of those portables. He gave me this envelope and left.
Damn. Okay, let's see about this.
Oh, I remember those portables. They were gigantic. Uh-oh.
Of course, they could have shot them the second they took the photo. But I knew Kendrick and his family were all right. Either way, the message was not that they got out. It meant that I was in. My servitude to the Mafia had begun. I'd only been in my new position 5 seconds, and I already knew why Kendrick called it a contract. You sound doomed if you call it what it is. A curse.
Absolutely.
Boyd.
Good morning, Jack. I believe you just received my message.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget some people don't recognize my voice. But I assure you, Jack, if I was sitting right there in front of you, you'd have no trouble recognizing me. Like I was a member of your family. Even better than a wife, perhaps. A wife can betray you. No man is immune.
Somebody
I don't
knows
talk
too
to
much.
people who don't tell me their names.
Oh, Jack, don't be so childish. You're too old to run away from strangers. Yes, we both are. And in our old age, friendship becomes rare and all the more precious. But of course, we must work with new people and find out new names. So if you insist, Jack, let us formally meet. Hello, Jack Boyd. I'm Christopher Sand.
Wonderful, Mr. Sand. And what is it you do for a living?
Oh, you'll soon find out all about that. Well, you'll learn much more than a simple policeman could ever expect. You're a simple policeman no longer, Jack. Don't turn off your phone. You start today.
Man. Can you just imagine getting a phone call like that?
8 in 10. It's been my go-to principle since my first day on the job. I've got to let my colleagues hush up what they need to, 2 out of 10 times, so that they'll help me with the remaining 8. 80 out of 100, 800 out of 1,000. I'm proud of those statistics. It's not so bad for Freeburg, right? But now I just officially became a Mafia whore. I'm supposed to be fearing for my life, for the lives of my wife and children. But the only thing I can think, what's gonna happen to 8 and 10?
Okay, so let's start our shift. I'm too tired. I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Well, seeing that you're completely fatigued, I would say, you know what? Absolutely, go home, take a rest. You don't even have to come in tomorrow because you're absolutely screwed. So, Samadhi, you are useless. Anyway, we have a good shift. We have a good setup here. We're 1 man short. But I think we're gonna be doing all right. We're just gonna we can't go answer all the crimes. I mean, that's the idea of the game. It's a bit like Papers, Please, as I said. You just can't do it all. You just have to pick kind of the things that work out the best. I would say. City Hall, please be advised that we are unhappy with the efficiency of the Freeburg PD. We're cutting the department's budget. So you see, behind the curtains, we didn't fire all the black people, so they're gonna be happy. They're gonna be unhappy, and they're cutting our budget. If that would be going to the newspaper, Well, I don't think people would agree with the mayor's moves here, but sadly it's not something we can change. You lose one job slot. Removing an occupied slot will automatically fire an employee. Oh man. I think I can't afford the cops, so I'm gonna have to get rid of one of the detectives, and I think Moser, even though he has the highest score, I think I want to get rid of one of the detectives, really. Because Moser was the one that is like, oh, I don't want to come to work, I have all these problems. Moser had a lot of problems. So, seeing that we don't have to explain ourselves, we're just gonna get rid of him. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 is home, is it? Oh, look at that, the labor market refreshed. Oh, holy balls! What do we have here? Oh! Let me see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Gardner is not gonna come, so we have 6 tomorrow. But usually we have 7. And we have 3 detectives, so we're gonna give you the extra guy. Oh, you have a 410 here. You have a 340, 240, 130, 100. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to sadly give you the cop to this team and maybe have Austin move over to this team. I think that's what we're gonna do. Austin, move to shift A. And then we hire this guy for shift B. Holy balls, he's good. That is fantastic. That is some score. Man. Okay, City Hall cannot meet your request at this time, job slot officer, because basically we have a week now and then we can request something new. Jack, you swore an oath to serve the city. If you can't keep your promise, we won't keep ours. I didn't promise that I'm gonna be a racist when I took this job, so sorry, not gonna happen. I'm not gonna turn into a racist for you. So, Sugar Dream Confectionery. Let's see what's going on before we send anybody down. A young employee at the factory got into a fight with the manager and is trying to push him into the vat of boiling chocolate. I think we can send one person down. We might do that really quickly now. Asano, why don't you go down? I think it sounds like a job for one person. And please don't fail. Only because you're below average, it doesn't mean that you have to fail. So, affairs. We have the police station and City Hall. City Hall, we have to wait 6 days now for anything to go on. So let's hope that everything will go well. Oh yeah, and also you guys were right. I completely messed up the detective story. I put the first and the second picture the wrong way around. Oh man, that's why I didn't get a follow-up to arrest anybody. I got it wrong, but it kind of confused me because, oh yeah, he escaped, but that's okay. The officer unharmed, everybody's unharmed. That's fine, that's okay. We're gonna get her into one of the detective stories to pump up her experience. I think that's something we can do. So let's see what we have here. Parking lot attending Dylan Burns reports seeing a teenager walking between cars, trying handles in hopes of finding an unlocked vehicle before the attending could approach. The teenager found an unlocked car and shut himself in. A few seconds later, the teen drove stricken off. Okay, so I want to wait for Asano to come back because I think if I put Asano with Purdy and Samadhi maybe, then these 3 can get this a success and then Asano can get some experience back. I think that would be good. So let's just wait for her to be back. There we go. So we're gonna send... Do we need to send 3? You know what? Just to be on the safe side, we're gonna send... Yeah, we're gonna send these 3. End of story. It would be good if Austin actually levels up before she goes over to Team A or Shift A. So let them go down. They're nearly there. They're halfway there. Oh, we have a superb incident. Let's see what's happening. A weeping child called and saying that someone was holding him against his will. They won't let me go outside. They torture me and bully me. I don't think I can keep going. I want to go outside and see Pete. Wow, 4 officers. I don't know. I mean, I don't know who they is. I mean, it could be a hostage situation. I would be inclined of sending maybe my best man and Samadhi. 2 people should be enough, but I just want to let the time run out and see if there's anything more serious than that. And leave the guys some time to get to their... Okay, let's do it, otherwise we're gonna lose it. Okay, so let's send... I don't think that sounds that serious. Like, I mean, they wouldn't be having a phone. They would say I'm kidnapped, I'm being held hostage or something. A weeping child called in, that's... Okay, we have to send 2 cops down. I'm not gonna send 3 down. I need 1 cop at least. Okay, so Purdy and Austin and Asano are arriving. Officers have determined the car thief's location. Overtake the criminal and attempt to take him into custody. Overtake the offender and block the road. So he's an offender and there he's a criminal. Catch up with the stolen vehicle and open fire. Oh, that would be awesome, but I don't think we can do that. And block the road. So I think we should block the road. Yeah, block the road. Excellent. Offender caught, officer unharmed. And look at that. You got your experience back, Asano. You're doing well. But yeah, I have you on my list. If you mess up, you already have one failed assignment. I can fire you if you have 2 more. So you better shape up. Excuse me. Rubinovich Casino. Jack, we're dealing with a moron who refuses to repay his debt. Oh, Christopher Sand. Says that the police will protect him. I think it's time we show him whose side the police are on. I'm glad I left one person behind because we're gonna have to assign him, because if we refuse, then this is the mafia thing now. So Christopher Sand, in case you guys haven't watched the beginning of this series, is the mafia boss. So we don't have a choice really at the early stage. We're just gonna play ball for now. Okay, so what do we have here? Hostage situation. Joseph Lawyer's mother wouldn't let him go play until he ate his broccoli. Ah, for Pete's sake. We should sue his ass and put him into jail for like a week or something to teach him that you can't just call the cops on false crap. Okay, what do we have here? But at least we have 3 people back. We received a call from an angry casino patron. He claims that one of the casino girls that was hanging around his table lifted his wallet, which was carrying a couple of $1,000s in cash and several credit cards. Casino security shoved him outside, saying that he was drunk, but the man is not giving up so easily. So, excuse me, that could actually be a serious thing. So I would say we have to send Purdy, and we're gonna send Asano to try to get her level up. Hopefully that will work. And then I still have 1 cop, because the other ones are nearly back, so I have 3 if I need them. I think we're doing alright for the moment. We have definitely everything under control. Well, it depends how things are blowing up. The day is over. Excellent. Fantastic. City center. There is a case here. Oh, that's a big one. Yeah, we might actually want to wait for is he leaving or coming? In a parking lot exit, oh, look at that. At a parking lot exit, a security guard stopped a suspicious-looking van and asked to check the driver's membership card. The female driver reached casually into the glove compartment and then pulled out a gun and opened fire. Holy balls. Okay, we're gonna let that time run out to see if we can get more officers back. That's 4 officers. We have 4 officers back. That's actually all we need, so let's do it. And why can I not send the SWAT? What is wrong with the SWAT? Oh, it's not a slot. I saw the word support here. I thought it was open. Okay, let's go, guys. This sounds very serious. Okay, Purdy, is that the case? Theft, Purdy and Asano? Yes, well done. Excellent stuff. Look at you guys getting experience. Look at that. You started pretty shit, Asano, and now you're doing well. Very, very good. Now let's hope that I hope this goes well. Now, I can try to play a little bit faster here. I mean, a day is a day. I can't change this. We're trying to get 2 days in and see how it goes. A police cruiser has caught up with the perpetrator's van. Try to run the van off the road. Use the bullhorn to order the van to stop. Shoot out the criminal tires. Well, she just randomly opened fire. She is a danger. We're gonna shoot her tires out. The van takes a sharp turn and crashes through the window of a sex shop. A woman exits the vehicle, grabs the shop attendants and puts a gun to his head. Shoot the criminal in the head. I wouldn't even, throw it. Actually, no, this just has to be so funny. Throw a rubber sex doll at the assailant. Yes, absolutely. That actually worked. I would have expected the guy to actually get shot. Oh man, that is awesome. Fantastic. Oh man, that's too funny. Can you just imagine who gets that idea when you're there and the cop goes like, throw the sex doll. Oh, that's too funny. Okay, why can we not end the day? Come on, guys. Or we have to wait for them to come back. I think that this team did really well. That was a really, really good round. Come on, let me end the day. Why am I not allowed to end the day? What is going on? There's nothing else happening. And the shutters came down. Is my day not finished at midnight? No? Okay, 2 o'clock. There we go. It's finishing now. End of the day. Oh, yeah, 2 o'clock. The shutters go down only when it hits evening. Okay, fair enough. Shift A. No, Shift B, nobody has to work for Shift A. And Austin has been transferred, so she's gonna get a day off after that. Moser, he's gone. We don't really care for Moser anymore. So, let's end the day. And let's move on. And let's do the second day and see how it goes. Racist gangs run wild in the city. Well, I wonder why. Because the mayor doesn't do anything about it. Investigation into Francis Kendrick could resume. Second tower to be built in Freeburg. I don't know what they mean by tower, like a sniper tower. That would be pretty awesome. Oh, it is so hot. Oh, what you up to, Jack?
The people of Freeburg have built up a tolerance for the petty horrors of modern life.
Okay.
You'll never see crowds gathering around a beaten passerby. Folks rarely even slow to gawk at a car accident. And street theft doesn't turn heads anymore.
That's so true, though.
Been a long time since people got worked up about stuff like that. So when I ran into a troubled crowd on the way to work, I knew there was something serious going on. Something bad enough to knock these people out of their daily rhythm. And we're talking about people who would step over a corpse if it was blocking the door to the coffee shop. But apparently all it takes is a bunch of leaflets, or spreading broken glass across Main Street, or releasing a couple of hundred rats in the ice arena. The mysterious figure taking responsibility for these strange acts goes by the alias Robespierre. Nobody knows who he is, what he wants, or what all this adds up to, from the buckets of lard spread on the sidewalk to the front door of City Hall covered with ostrich feathers. But this strange cross between childhood pranks and cheap theatrics has got the people all worked up. Everyone understands when some Freeburg crook satisfies the basic human need to rob and kill. But when someone steals a lion from the local zoo and locks him in a cell below the courthouse, the people start asking questions.
Who comes up with that shit?
I kind of like this Robespierre. It's not just the pranks he's pulling or his green bull's head emblem. I just like his funny nickname. Robespierre? Really? Who does that make me? The Marquis de Lantenac? I don't think so. In the old books about revolutions, I fancy myself the old gunner who goes off to war with a bag of damp powder. Or maybe the innkeeper who tops up the beer kegs with mop water. It's something to think about.
So what's the agenda of this Robespierre? Why is he doing these things? Martin is your new deputy. Okay, so now is the time where we get a deputy, and the good thing about a deputy is that we can assign tasks to him that make life a little bit easier for us and help us out, which is great. So now we actually get a chance to get people really trained up and get them in good shape. So let's go. I turned tutorials off, so it's not going to tell us that. I know that, because obviously I tried to play as much as possible before I showed you this. So that we get the best out of it. Now you also have a catalog now. What you can do is you can actually now buy music. Okay, it costs money, of course. Money as not real money, but it costs money as from the money you earned that you have saved up so far in the game. And you also can then complete missions or favors for people, and they give you albums. So, which is a nice little touch. I think I said that in the first or second episode, actually. Like, so it's a nice touch. Now, I don't put any music on again if you guys missed it, simply because most of the music is most likely copyrighted. So now we have our next bit here, which is our deputy. So if we look here, we have Sans Ranch, and this is basically the mafia, okay? This is Sans Services, so we can ask him to do favors for us. That's the mafia guy. The mafia will falsify a special crime in progress report, and all of the officers who arrive at the scene will be killed, up to 3. So if one of the cops is starting getting difficult, asking too many questions, you're just gonna send him out, and, you know, accidents happen. The mafia will falsify a special investigation, and the detective who arrives at the scene will be killed. So we have a detective being able to be killed and up to 3 cops. The mafia will intimidate members of the committee before the hearing at the prosecutor's office. So if we are under investigation for something, we can pay 35 grand to just, you know, hammer, you know, where they just nail someone's hand to the chair or something to convince them not to say anything. And then we now have the city hall. We still have that. We have 5 days to wait. And then we have the police station, of course, as always. So our shift B is actually looking quite well. Shift A is doing really good as well. I think they're all average, which is really, really nice. Except the detectives, they're a bit suckish. And then we have our deputy. Our deputy doesn't have a special building. He's just something that came in here as an extra option. And our deputy will allow us to send our staff to training, send employees to an informal outdoor party. All of these things can actually do things. So we can click this, for example. Are you sure you want to buy this? And then we say yes. And then it says, who do you want to select? So from the current shift, we can only select from the current shift. We say, okay, why don't you take Robinson and give him some extra training? Just so you guys see how it works. Yeah, we can hire a snitch, pay an employee to gather important information for you. I don't know exactly what we need this for yet. I have no idea. I don't know in what context that would be. And then we have a barbecue where we can send employees to an informal outdoor party. I think we can select up to 3. I'm not doing this now because that's half the money I have. So there you go. That's what the deputy is for. He gets his little icon now indicating that he's gonna go to training. As far as when I did training in the past, it doesn't take them out of the shift. It just means between shifts they get training. It might make them tired. I don't know. I haven't really paid that much attention to their status changes. Bigfoot Athletic Shoe Shop. A shoe store clerk reports that 2 teenagers found the most expensive sneakers on display, tried them on, and then without paying, ran out of the shop. Now, we want to catch these guys, and they seem to be young and fast, so we want to get... No, he's old. So we want to get these 2 guys maybe in. Because we definitely want to catch them, if that's the case, if they start running. So I don't want any of the noobs, I don't want anybody else. So I'm gonna actually do this one, and hopefully... Oh, wow, okay, this seems serious. A young man returned from work earlier than usual and found his young wife in bed with her lover. The maid called the police when she saw the husband taking a hunting rifle from the wall cabinet. Okay, Stoll is gonna go, Grant and Chandler. We're gonna leave these 2 guys here. Actually, leave Chandler here and take Austin with you. Wow, okay, I think this round we might get into trouble with not having enough police officers because that was a very short timer, but we're not gonna do anything else now because of these stupid things that keep popping up where they want immediately people assigned to it, like that. Today in Freiburg we're hosting the premiere of Back to the Future. The film's distributors have asked the city for an officer stand at the door and ensure the visitors don't bring their handheld cameras into the theater. Well, I think Robbins can do that. He's okay to go. Luckily, we have 1 cop left. Holy balls. I hope the next crime is not going to be fast. Okay, the teens are standing around smoking not far from the store. Admire the new shoes. Time to return those shoes. Try to grab one of the boys. Hey, mind if I have a cigarette? Okay, yeah, grab one of the boys. Just grab them. Excellent. Fantastic. Don't give them a chance to run away. That's good. So hopefully the next crime, whatever way it is, it's going to take long enough to trigger so we can... get this down. Okay, the attempted murder is coming in. Yes, offender caught. Brilliant. Everybody, civilians unharmed, officers unharmed. You guys did fantastic. Excellent. Okay, look at these guys coming back. You're all fantastic, beautiful people. Freiburg Elementary School. Oh, what's going on in the elementary school? A young father deprived of his parental rights tried to pick up his daughter from school. When he wasn't allowed access, he attacked a teacher, knocked her to the ground, and started kicking her. Now, while I can only sympathize with people not being able to get access to their children, not that it ever happened to me, but it would kill me if I wouldn't be able to get access to my children. But I think beating the living shit out of one of the teachers, maybe not the way to go to convince other people that you are a good person. So let's just wait for the cops to come back. Preferably all of them. Ooh, what do we have here? City Center. Mr. Boyd, I have a very sensitive issue with our mutual friend Charles Dill. Oh, with our mutual friend. Charles Dill said you could help me. Who's Charles Dill? Help me with. As you may already know, I own the largest music store in Freiburg. Recently, my ex-wife got half my record collection in a lawsuit, and there's a lot of rare records. My ex is very afraid of the police and always tries to act like a law-abiding citizen. If some of your guys went over there in uniform and told her those records were evidence in an important investigation, she'd just smile and give them whatever they asked for. She's not even gonna check for a warrant. So I would say this sounds like a lucky job, so we can send down 2 people should be enough. Just for a bit of intimidation. I don't know, Mr. Boyd, I have a very sensitive issue with our mutual friend Charles Dill said. Who is Charles Dill? I have a feeling this has to do with the mafia, so I'm just gonna say yes or whatever, because I have no idea. I don't remember who Charles Dill is. So let's do that. What? We have to send 3. Oh man, are you for reals? Oh man. Okay, so what do we have here? We're only gonna send 2. We're gonna send Stovall and I think maybe Janzi should be enough. Oh man, I hope nothing else happens. This is awful. Christopher Sand. Jack, we have something going on today at engineering plant at 2209. I'm gonna have to write this down because otherwise I'm gonna forget about that. And then at 2209, when I get a call for a crime, I'm gonna be going to investigate it. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 4,000 should be enough. Excellent. I think that's the 8-10 rule. Your man was actually talking about saying, hey, if we solve 8 out of 10 crimes, we're doing okay. Gallery of Modern Art. A guard says someone got into the exhibition hall, scrawled pictures of penises on the artwork and hid in the closet. Okay, that sounds like a kid. Like, I think one cop can handle that, but I want to wait first and see if somebody's gonna be able to come back. We have these guys dealing with Ulrich Bieber. Chief, we helped Ulrich Bieber, and to thank us, he gave us a Gennaro Crespo album. The master, true Chandler, prefers glam, so he was really sad at the bar by the time the shift ended. So you all got drunk? What is wrong with you? Oh, we got 3,000. That is good. So Chandler is too drunk to come back to work. You stupid muppets. Why would you drink? Okay, fair enough. You know what? I don't complain about you, and you just help me out with illegal stuff, okay? So let's see how the result report goes. We caught the offender. Brilliant. Yanzi, you're awesome. Stovall, you probably jumped the guy and beat him to a pulp. Now, yes, everybody is back. Good. Now we send Kochi and Grant, who's drunk. Actually, Austin, I'm gonna make you work for this. Okay, this better work out now. Oh! Jill Austin was killed in a car accident. According to preliminary reports, it appears she was drunk. Ah, ya balls. Oh! And that's not the one we sent on the... Is it? Why did they get... Great. Well, at least we can hire someone better. Yeah. Professionalism. Hire for... Oh, what shift are we on? Shift A. Okay, hire for shift A. This is gonna cause some stupid investigation or some crap like that because I had a drunk officer in service. Oh man, so she is drunk as well, Grant, so we have to be careful about this now. So Kochi is going by herself, or Kochi, because Austin banged her car. How come Kochi wasn't in the accident? All the lights are on when the police arrives. The museum caretaker explained that he's only had the job a couple of weeks and he's worried about going to be fired over this foolishness. The police calm him down and he points out the bathroom stall that the artist locked himself inside. Break down the door, enter the adjoining stall, come out with your hands up. Yeah, just go straight to business. A terrified and tearful young man holding a knife insists that he's engaged in some kind of performance art and that no one understands him. He refuses to surrender and is threatening to stab himself. Wow, okay, this is a tricky one. Don't you worry, you're not in any trouble. We just want to talk. Tell me more about your work. Now that sounds patronizing. Okay, first one. Oh, lucky. Very good. I would have hated for Kochi to get stabbed. Dumb, stupid Muppet Austin. If I'm gonna get into trouble for that in my police department, there's gonna be consequences. Okay, guys, this is the end. Engineering plant. We're not gonna send any cops down because we know this is gonna be the mafia. So we're not gonna do anything about that. We're gonna get some money, and then we're gonna be closer to our $500,000 than we were before. Only 400,085 to go after this. Oh, you got 3 new frames. Yes, oh, that is brilliant. Okay, so let's fix this. Okay, so basically what we did wrong last time was that we had these guys mixed up. So what we see here, oh, no, she wasn't shooting. The first 3 frames were actually fine, okay? So this is actually how it happened. The suspect is Kur Jin Lin, Chinese immigrant, recently expelled from the university. Very good. Now we're gonna send some cops down, okay? And we're gonna send Grant and no, you're drunk. So we're gonna send Kochi and Yanzi down and the SWAT. Excellent. So let's do that. And Christopher Sand, thank you. Here's 4,000. Brilliant, beautiful. Theft. The engineering plant officer. Yeah, offenders escaped. That's brilliant. That's exactly as intended. Now let's get that investigation going. Let's get that. Oh no, psychological test. City Hall. Jack, you must have seen the newspaper stories about Thomas Blaine, the retired cop who went schizophrenic and shot a pregnant woman. To ensure his tragedy doesn't repeat itself, we decided to conduct psychological testing for all the cops over 50 years of age. That includes you, Jack. Tomorrow morning, Dr. Oh, balls. Now we're gonna have to have a psych evaluation. Now, isn't that fantastic? Okay, this video is going close to 30 minutes. I'm really not sure if I'm gonna be able to do 2 days every time. Not really sure. We'll see. Maybe I do 1.5 days. Robbery. Excellent. Offender caught. Brilliant. Everybody got experience. SWAT is perfect, so they don't need experience. They just rule. Case closed. Excellent. Look at that. Brilliant. So beautiful when everything comes together. Let's end the day and let's go home, get some sleep. Austin, now there is a thing. What you can do is, I don't know if they let me do this right now. No. When somebody dies, you can falsify the papers for a while and basically get their salary. I think that's what it is. You get their salary and you keep it to yourself. So because the way it works is like you something happens, they know she died, obviously, yeah, but paperwork is paperwork. So you delay the paperwork intentionally, and then a couple of paychecks go into your own pocket and you don't get cut out, I think. I'm not really sure, but that's basically how it works. So what we're going to do is I can't click on her. So it's not going to happen right now that they let me do that. So end of day. Checkpoint, very good. And we're gonna leave it here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you did, remember to kick that like button in the balls and keep watching the series. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, and I see you guys next time. Nearly kick that subscribe button. No, yeah. Anyway, until then, as always, viel Spaß and happy gaming.